Oh, so I want to just start off by saying um, I have to speak from a place that I haven't really been honoring, and that's from a personal space. So I'm bringing a combination of a message, but also I want to share um, some thoughts. And the reason why is I haven't really felt called to bring messages, even though I've been receiving them. And a part of me, not a part of me, the reason why is because I've been feeling somewhat frustrated with, um, here we are, a year and a half later, and I'm still bringing messages. Where I would have been, I would have hoped that by now I would, I wouldn't need to. And so the frustration that I have right now with bringing messages is because I feel that my messages are going unheard, and that I guess really I'm going into the human side of myself where I'm like, well, what's the point? I'm really bringing these messages from my heart and in a good way to help you guys make decisions that are very important, not just for yourself, but for the collective. And I honestly have seen some of you doing what you can, but then there's the other portion of people that continue to do the same things that they've been doing when all this started. And so that's the part of where I need to honor myself and speak into what I'm feeling and what I'm observing, because bringing these messages, as I've said several times, has not been easy. I've put myself in a position where um, I'm making myself vulnerable. I'm putting myself in an uncomfortable, place, because I've never been one to speak up and speak out and like to be, I guess, draw attention to. I've always preferred to be the person in the corner in the back of the room, the person in the classroom in the back, and don't call on me. And this has really made me do things that are outside of my comfort zone. And the reason why is because of the severity of what we're going through is, and that I understand that it's not about my comfort, it's not about me, and it's about the collective and what is happening. And that if I don't speak and bring messages as to what I've been receiving, but also to help navigate through these times, I would not have been able to live with myself, knowing the things that I've known, that I've witnessed in my intuitive sight, but also that I've uncovered or discovered in doing research, which a lot of people haven't. They watch the videos and I get a couple of messages here and there, but the reality is nobody is doing their part as like they need to. And so I started getting a little bit of like, oh well, I guess I shouldn't care either. And it's not that I don't care, I'm just disappointed. I guess that's the word. I'm so disappointed, especially, and I'm just going to say it, especially in the spiritual community, that when you took the path of walking this path, uh, it's a responsibility to really step into these trying times, into the times that are difficult. And that's when you're being called. That's when your call to action is needed. Not when everything is, I said before, sprinkly and rainbows. And no, we're not needed during those times. I have spent majority of my working life as a healer, in the dark, dismantling, clearing, guiding people through stuff, through their darkest times. And it's not an easy job. So when I see someone that calls himself a healer, or that, they're a spiritual advisor of some sort, or, curandera, or whatever title they use. And I'm not picking on anyone specific, but I'm just saying in general, they use all these titles, and then they don't walk the talk. When it's time to really come together and make a difference that is so important, they don't. And it just, I don't know which other way to express how important it is for everybody to step up, really speak up, and start sharing about what's going on, especially if you have this awareness and you're not speaking about it. I can't be okay with that. I can't be okay with you being in my life, or in my space, because how could someone call themselves spiritual light worker and not want to do any of the work that requires someone to have that title? So I just had to share that to begin with, because it's been weighing on me. I've been sitting with it, and I think some people just need to hear it that way, so something can click. Something can just click. And some of the other things that I'm seeing is that, and this is a part of the message, so I'm kind of segueing into the message, but it's part of the observation too, because again, it's been ongoing this long, not because T hasn't come in and stepped in and made this stop, because it's not up to him. And I've said this before, it's up to us. Nobody's gonna make anything different or change. It's up to us. And that's exactly how it is when you do any type of work, any healing work, that is. Nothing is ever going to change until the person does the work. We can sit there and guide them through and support them through it, as we should come together as a community with this global situation, and come together and work together. So it's not up to no 1, 2, 3 people that we're waiting on to come in and rescue the world. It is up to all of us collectively. I've said this over and over, for everyone to do your part. Yes, we all have a different assignment that's going to contribute, so it's not all going to look the same in how we contribute. However, I'm still, again, referring to the people that have this awareness but have been so afraid to speak about it because they're afraid of their image, or because nobody's going to believe them. It's time to snap out of that. That was okay at the beginning of this, but now it's not okay. Look where we're at. Everything that is happening throughout the world is all connected. That's how serious this is. And the more everybody sits and just waits on someone else to fix it, it's going to continue to get worse. The last message I brought to you, I told you, I said, it's going to really pick up speed now. And it has. Look at what's going on with Israel. Look at what happened in Florida with the gas. Look at, some of you don't know what's going on in Colombia. There's stuff happening throughout the world that is all webbed together because of this evil attack, this evil war that we're going through right now. And if you think it can't get any worse, it can. And this is what I'm seeing and what I'm getting. And this is why I'm speaking to you in this way now. I am passionate. I'm not angry. I'm passionate because I can see what's happening or what's about to happen if people don't step up and do your part. We really need to link up, as I had been saying all last year, link up, chain up together, because we have to be strong together in order for this to change. So a big part of what I'm seeing is, again, people that are aware, supposedly aware of the satanic, the child abuse, the child trafficking, all that abuse of the children, have supposedly this awareness, but yet are still supporting the very systems, the very evil people that are doing to these, doing all this stuff to the kids by still buying, buying stuff at their businesses, going to, theme parks, going to places that are supporting and really just continue to keep them going. And it just blows my mind. Like, how could you have this awareness of somebody doing such evil stuff, but some part of you is still going and supporting and buying and giving them your money, giving them your energy, giving them your time. So I don't understand where that disconnect of that connection to those things are, and then you just continue to do things freely, and then there's no remorse, there's no awareness that the more you continue to support their businesses, this is never going to end. The only way it's going to get dismantled is if we stop contributing and supporting their businesses, stop complying to their ridiculous commands, and really start doing our part. So again, I apologize if this seems very, whatever it is that, you might be feeling from this video. It's not my intention. My intention is to snap you out of waiting for something to change, because it's not going to unless you change. You got to remember that. Nothing's going to change unless we change, right? We got to do our part. You got to do your part. It's time. That's it. We don't have no more time. The time is right now. So please really pay attention to the things that are happening and how you can contribute. So start talking to your family, the ones that are really in deep denial. Show them. They are the type of people that need evidence, that need to see the videos, or the hard reality, because we're at this point now. The people that are in such deep denial are the people that need to see the hard evidence, the hard facts, because that's the only way they're going to snap out of it. And then there's the people that are just never going to change, which I know that I've said this before. They're stuck in their ways and we can't do anything about that. However, the people that we can get their attention and really communicate with, we need to get them on our side so that this can stop. Because I'm telling you, it's just snowballing, and it can either snowball to our favor, or it's going to snowball where we cannot stop the avalanche that's going to happen if we just need to just do our part, period. So again, the part of the message is stop supporting the businesses. Stop going, ordering through Amazon. Stop going to Costco, Walmart, all these places that are tied into it. You know who they are. And if you say, oh, well, there's no other place. Yes, there is. There is. It's just going to take a little bit more effort. You're going to go out of your way a little bit. But you know what? It's important. The kids that are being abused, they're counting on us. If it was your kid, your family member, wouldn't you be pissed if somebody that knew these businesses were part of abusing your family continue to support them and give them their money? It's time for you to really think about why are you, what's going on within that you just haven't stopped buying at those places. What's going on? Is it that you really can't? Is it that you're in denial? Is it that you really didn't understand that there was a connection there? Really ask yourself what's going on. Because again, you can't pretend that this is upsetting to you, or that you know what's going on, but then you're continuing to do the same thing, and you haven't changed anything. You haven't changed anything as far as supporting these evil people. So again, I apologize if it comes across really harsh. I just feel some of you have to hear it in a way where it's like in your face in order for something to click. Because I just feel something has not clicked to where you're not realizing that it's up to you, not just me, not just the other person sharing truth or videos. It's up to you and me and them. It's up to all of us collectively. Once we realize this, all of us realize this, that's when it's going to be done. So I'm doing my best. But again, there's a human side of me that once in a while, it's like I can only do so much. I need your guys' support because this is really starting to weigh on me. And if you guys could see what I could see, then you would understand why I'm speaking this way right now. That's been one of the hardest things, is seeing and knowing what I know, and then seeing the other people going about their day like la 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 la, this is gonna go away, out of sight, out of mind. Whatever we don't pay attention to is not in our life. That's not true. And that's, I think, what a big part of society, the spiritual community, has really damaged people by telling them that if they don't focus on something, then it's not part of their reality. That's not true. Just because you're not focused on it doesn't mean it's not happening. You have to know the difference of when something is happening, or when you're able to step back from a person or a space so that it doesn't affect you. It's a big difference. This is happening globally, and it's happening to everyone, and it's going to come to your door if you don't participate in making a difference. So I'll leave you with that. And again, I love everyone. I'm doing my best, but I feel that if I don't really start coming forward in the way that it is, people are not going to get it. People are not going to understand that it's now. The time is now. I hope.